Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Tundra map and it's Fury from Fiddy Clan. It's in the Tiger 1, the tier 7 German heavy tank. As you can see, he's got turbo and improved rotation mechanism as part of his equipment and vents as well. So turbo will increase your top speed as well as your reversing, and improved rotation will help you with your traverse speeds as well as acting similar to a vertical stabilizer. Alright, so tier 7 is bottom tier in this game because it's a tier 7, tier 8 game. So it's just come to the middle here. You do get, as you can see, there's a Super Hellcat that's spotted on base. Sometimes you catch out the AFK players there by shooting down from the middle. So he crosses quickly and he does get spotted, but let's see if that Super Hellcat is moving. Oh, he's moving now, yep. So, but Fury gets the first shot in. You can see the standard ammunition is APCR, so it's got a decent shell velocity. So just early days yet. No, he does take it from the Super Hellcat, but he should be able to get in a shot here. No, just unfortunately doesn't go there. So Tiger 1, yeah, it's probably one of the most popular tanks in the game. You know, that new players want to get, either the Tiger 1 or the T-34-85, both, you know, very common choices given the the publicity they've had from World War II. But yeah, sometimes the reputation from outside the game doesn't quite stand up. And he's just looking for outlines there. So I know when I started the game, the two tanks that I wanted to get, but yeah, not always the best choices really. But the Tiger 1 got buffed a couple of years ago, improved its DPM. He's getting a bit caught in a crossfire there. So he's got the Caro P88, which is a tier 8 tank. And he was getting shot at by the Super Hellcat, or another Super Hellcat, maybe, probably not the same one. There you go, got tanks on the hill. So now he's using this position here to attack those tanks, and he did get spotted there, not necessarily by the IS, not necessarily famous for its spotting range, but yeah, let's not hang around there. He's got the Caro there, no problem going through, and the Caro not even looking at him, and he gets the kill shot. So nice bit of work there, takes him up to 1600 plus hit points of damage, which is just a touch over his own hit points. Always good mark for younger players, or newer players I should say, just to say, alright, you can do the hit points of your own tank in terms of damage. That's your reasonable contribution to the team performance. Now of course, to sometimes win the game you've got to exceed that, so don't take that as the stopping point, but if you do that, yeah, you know, you can say, alright, yep, it's working pretty well. So gets a shot in there into the IKV. IKV bites back and bounces off his armor. So this is probably one of the things you do miss about the Tiger 1, you know, from what you might have read historically, that the armor, of course, is related to the tier it's in. So it's, when you're facing higher tier tanks, it doesn't always stand up, but when you're facing lower tier tanks, generally, yeah, you get pretty good outcomes there. But it's definitely not the auto bounce tank that you do see in movies and that sort of thing, which can definitely mislead, you know, new players. In any case, Fury is not a newer player. He very much knows how to get the most out of this tank, and he's already on 2000 plus hit points of damage. And there's someone capping, but he's being approached by two enemy tanks. If you check the mini-map there, so I don't think that's going to last long, but he's got that IKV, should be able to get the killing shot in there, but just snapping there, just needs perhaps to aim a little longer, and he takes another hit from the IKV, but Really wants to punish him. There he's up again, and he gets the kill. But he's down now to 83 hit points of health. Certainly enough to keep playing, of course, but means you probably don't want to take too many risks now. And I can see there's a full health KV4 up near the enemy base, as well as an IS-2M. So both heavy tanks that Fury probably doesn't want to tackle directly. So he's coming a bit further away here to get out of their view range, and also out of range of view from the hill, so that doesn't get spotted. Yeah, he's noticed there's a Tiger 1 across the map there, also on a very minimal number of hit points, I noticed. And okay, he's just been taken out by the Scorpion G, so no dramas there. So Fury's team is now definitely in the lead, and he's caught the Charioteer out and gets the kill. So it's a nice bit of work there. They're 3 tanks up, but the enemy still has the KV4 and a WZ131, and that KV4, apart from being top tier, is also full health. So how can Fury help get rid of that tank? There's the WZ131. He's just taken out the T29. And there's Nudis 3 even on lower hit points than Fury. He's just on 1 hit point, so probably wants to stay as hidden as possible. And he gets spotted there. That'll be from the 131. So Fury wisely pulls back. He wouldn't stand up to even the 131's gun, potentially. Although that is a tier 7 as well, and a light tank. It's got a pretty punchy gun sometimes. And you can see him going after the Udes, but the Udes gets the last lap there and takes him out. So it's only the KV4 left. So Fury moves up here to see whether he can get some shots on him, and also either put on cap pressure or go on a hunt around the top of the map. But he really doesn't want to really get in the way of the gun of the KV4. So right, so he's going to put cap pressure on, and this will set the siren off and make the KV4 driver think, oh, perhaps at some point I need to get back. So hopefully he doesn't go too far away. Is he last spotted in the north there? Oh, in fact there he is. So Fury just pulling back just in case he gets spotted, but he didn't. And Artie taking a shot. Now he's got a nice side shot there, gets in some damage. And the KV4 not seemingly caring about who's on cap unless he's coming around here to do something. Just gets out of the way, but Fury manages to stamp a shot, just a very narrow gap, which is all good. So the more hit points you can take off, then the better. And Artie takes a chunk out, of which it looks like he shared spotting with the Udes there. And just waiting for that KV4. No, he doesn't need to wait anymore. The KV4 has been taken out by the Scorpion G. So that is the end of the game. Fury hits 3k. Let's go and have a look at the details. Well, that was a first class mastery badge there for Fury. 3.1k of damage and 3 kills, but more importantly, the 3rd mark of excellence on his barrel. That was what he's really after. That just shows consistent damage in the tank. It's how did he do against the team? So bottom tier tank, but he did finish on top of experience across all the tanks there with 1199 base experience, and almost the top damage there. Were just beaten out by the Scorpion, and actually the top damage went to the Charioteer on the enemy team. And he might have picked up an ace tanker badge there, just a bit hard to tell, but this is more about Fury. So Scorpion did well anyway, and Udes, who lasted near the end, just helped there with the kill on the 131. So what did it cost him? He fired 19 shots, 13 hit, 12 penetrated. So did get good use of his ammo, but a few shots there towards the hill that needed probably a bit more aiming there. He was throwing premium ammunition, the APCR, but he had it loaded in the first slot, which slightly confused me, but that's okay. So ammunition cost him 83k, which is not that surprising. So he did lose 41k overall, even though he had some battle payments. So, but I think that's what he wanted to do, was get the 3rd mark on that tank and move on to the next one. So great game there, Fury. Thanks for supplying it. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing that. More good content will follow, and thanks for watching.